The war in Ukraine is still raging. July 15th, 2026. One soldier, one drone, darkness between them. The first FPV strikes. He survives, just barely. A second FPV arrives before he can recover. No weapon, no cover, just open ground. He runs, but the drone doesn't lose him. This may be one of the most desperate moments on the front line. A chase with no way out. He doesn't escape. Open ground. A Russian soldier running. No weapon in sight. No attempt to surrender. Just running. The drone operator stays on him, patient, tracking every turn. He jumps a fence, tries to change direction, pushes harder. It doesn't matter. The drone doesn't lose speed, doesn't lose the target. He can't outrun it. He can't hide. He can't fight back. Face to face with a drone, he throws his weapon directly at it. A desperate last move. It doesn't change the blast radius. The drone detonates close enough that there's no escaping the impact. A heavy explosive drone strikes a Russian underground shelter, a massive detonation. Minutes later, soldiers start emerging one by one. 3 come out, visibly shaken, disoriented, still processing what just happened. They break into a run, trying to put distance between themselves and the position. The reconnaissance drone keeps watching. They won't get far. A Ukrainian FPV drone operator is chasing a Russian armored personnel carrier. The vehicle's hatch opens, and just as a Russian soldier is about to step out, the drone collides with him. Another failed operation. Possibly the most striking footage captured on this front. Ukraine's Magyar's Birds FPV drone chasing a Russian Mi-28 attack helicopter at low altitude over Belgorod Oblast. The operator closes the gap, maneuvering to get above and behind the helicopter. A direct strike on the rotors. An FPV drone, a weapon costing a few $100s, taking out an attack helicopter worth tens of millions. Whatever anyone thought the ceiling was for what these drones could do, this footage moves it. A launch ramp, half hidden in the open, a sign a Russian soldier is still working nearby, close enough to matter. The FPV holds position, watching, patient, giving the area time to give itself away. Then, movement under a tree, just enough to confirm it. The drone moves in fast, closing the last stretch of ground. By the time he looks up, there's no time left to run. 59th Assault Brigade drone on the tail of a Russian military vehicle. The soldiers inside know they're being tracked. They push harder, trying to outrun it. The drone closes the gap anyway. Their last move, jump out while the vehicle is still moving. The drone strikes the vehicle instead. A soldier hiding inside an abandoned building, resting, completely unaware of what's about to happen. No movement, no urgency, just waiting out the moment. A drone enters fast, finding him before he has any chance to react. The explosion ends it there. 2 Russian soldiers on a motorbike, hit by an incoming FPV drone. The first one jumps off immediately and runs. The operator lets him go and locks onto the second soldier still on the bike. He accelerates, pushing the motorbike as fast as it'll go. It doesn't matter. The drone closes the gap regardless of speed, and the motorbike doesn't finish the route. A Ukrainian FPV operator threading through dense vegetation in the Sumy direction, branches and tree cover on every side, tracking a soldier already spotted by reconnaissance drones. The drone finds him crouched in the undergrowth, no room to react, no way out of the position he chose. A Russian Grad rocket system caught in the middle of being deployed, caught before it fires a single round. Ukraine's drone operators move in while the crew is still setting up. 2 strikes, and the system never gets the chance to do what it was brought here for.
Если здесь есть русский враг, у него есть время хорошо послушать и внимательно.
A Russian soldier choosing to surrender during a Brotherhood Battalion assault operation. Ukrainian soldiers accept. Following the rules of war, the soldier is taken into custody without harm. The soldier follows every instruction calmly, stepping out from his hiding spot. He's searched and taken into custody without harm. What's also clear, he waited a long time before making this choice. A soldier on a motorbike, moving fast, choosing what looks like an open route across the terrain. A wrong choice. The path had been mined. He hits one before he reaches his destination. A Russian BM-21 Grad multiple rocket launcher hidden and camouflaged in a forest. A weapon capable of firing 40 rockets in under a minute, saturating a wide area with high explosive rounds from up to 20 kilometers away. It had been hitting Ukrainian positions before reconnaissance drones found it. 2 drones sent in, 2 strikes. The system goes up along with the ammunition it was carrying. An ambush drone with thermal imaging. Body heat gives away the position instantly. Vegetation offers no cover. The drone moves before the soldier can react. 2 more follow in the same footage, both picked up the same way, both unable to escape what they can't see tracking them. 3 Russian armored personnel carriers pushing toward Ukrainian defensive lines in northern Donetsk. They never expected what was waiting above. Wave after wave of drones close in, targeting each vehicle in sequence. Anti-armor munitions connect with the first, then the second, then the third. An assault that set off without accounting for drone coverage meets that coverage head-on. Every vehicle stopped before reaching the line. Another attempted breakthrough, prevented. A Ukrainian interceptor drone flies directly under a Russian Shahed UAV. It detonates close to the warhead. The Shahed falls. No missile, no radar, just a small drone taking down a bigger one. Ukraine's Robotic unit, covering the Lyman, Pokrovsk, and Sumy Triangle, military vehicles, motorbikes, ATVs, everything moving gets targeted. What stands out across this footage is what these vehicles actually are. Civilian cars, farm vehicles, improvised transport, not military hardware. Regular army equipment isn't reaching many of these soldiers anymore. What's left on this front is whatever could be found and sent forward. And it's all becoming a target just the same. 2 Russian 120mm mortars, both targeted in the Toretsk direction by the Datonese crew. What makes this footage stand out is the level of precision involved. The drone operator navigates through wire obstacles and barriers surrounding the position, threading through the defenses with pinpoint control. A direct hit on the first mortar. The explosion clears the obstacles. A second drone moves in and finishes the job. A Russian underground shelter detected by Ukrainian reconnaissance. FPV drones carrying explosives fly straight inside. The entrance collapses. The soldiers who built it thought they were hidden. They weren't. When hiding underground doesn't work, what does? A Russian Tor air defense system worth $25 million. Omega Special Forces tracked it down. A single Hornet kamikaze drone, worth 5,000 times less than the target, struck the firing position. The Tor went silent. Ukrainian aviation, 1 precise GBU strike on a Russian drone operator position. The building that housed them is gone. When a single bomb can wipe out an entire drone crew, how does the other side keep its UAVs in the air? 20 tankers in a single night, opening a new phase of the same campaign across the Black Sea. Combined with what's already hit the Sea of Azov since the 6th, the total climbs past 130 vessels in just over a week, most of them part of the sanctioned Shadow Fleet moving fuel toward Crimea. Ukraine's Magyar birds run this across multiple units at once, working both seas in parallel. The scale here matters. This isn't a single strike. It's sustained pressure on the same supply route, night after night, aimed at the fuel getting to the peninsula at all. Russia has started adopting the same tactics Ukraine pioneered. Fiber-optic drones targeting Ukrainian unmanned ground vehicles. Both sides are now actively trying to neutralize each other's robotic systems. Ukraine did this first, and at scale. Russia is attempting to replicate it, with limited success so far. 8 drones, 3 different types, all coming down the same stretch of sky. 3 Gerberas, 1 Lancet, 4 Shaheds, each one intercepted before it reached wherever it was headed. Ukraine's Signum Battalion works through the list one at a time. Total cost of what came down this round, north of 10 million, gone in a matter of days. A Russian BMP, barely recognizable, under layers of improvised metal cage armor bolted onto every surface. The extra shielding makes it slower, harder to maneuver, almost immobile. Ukraine's Fox Crew, 93rd Brigade, sends strike after strike until it finally stops. Then a ground robot, motorbikes, artillery pieces, all burning across the Pokrovsk fields in the same operation. What you just watched is happening every single day. Helicopters taken out by FPV drones, robots fighting robots, soldiers surrendering to machines. The battlefield keeps changing, and Russia keeps falling behind it. As of today, July 15th, Russia's total combat losses have reached approximately 1,423,280 personnel, 1,470 in the last 24 hours alone. Last night, Ukraine struck 20 Russian vessels in the Black Sea. Russia's refinery output has crashed to 20-year lows. Tens of millions of Russians now face soaring fuel prices and rolling shortages. Petrol shortages in Crimea are generating open complaints against Russian authorities. Ukraine currently produces 10 million drones a year and plans to double that to 20 million. Russia keeps sending men forward. Ukraine keeps finding them, on the ground, in the air, under thermal imaging, in positions they thought were safe. The pace of this war is accelerating. The gap between what Russia can field and what Ukraine can counter it with keeps widening. Drop a comment. Can Russia adapt fast enough, or is it already too late?